Hi everyone. I would like to discuss about the topic accounts receivable. What does that means by account receivable? Account receivable means when a company extends credit to customer, the sale is realized first and the invoice is generated, but the company extend a time period to the customer to pay the amount after some time. This outstanding receivable is treated as accounts receivable. In simple, we can tell that for there is a requirement of any goods or services to us, what we will do is like we will be taking the quotation, sales quotation. So sales request and the quotation will reach according to our need of the product or services. Then we come to know that, then we realize the sale first and the invoices is generated. So with the invoice will be generated means depends upon the sales order. So our customer will gives the say will gives the our customer will gives the sale in the terms of goods or services they want to render from them, by supplying goods or services to them. So here we will be raising the invoice, and by realizing it is realized first and the invoice is generated, and to some extent we will be giving the time period for the customer to pay amount after some time. So this outstanding receivable is treated as accounts receivable. Hence account receivable or receivables is the outstanding balance of money or payment which is not received yet from the customer. So customer account receivables we call as AR is a submodule of financial accounting book as treated as current assets on balance sheet. So these are the steps we have to perform accounts receivable. So initially we'll define the customer account groups and create number ranges and assign number ranges to customer account groups, creation of reconciliation account GL account, create customer masters, post customer invoice and customer accounts balances, open item report, customer incoming payment. These first we have to configure, and we have to first if anything if you want to configure means in GL, AP, AR, assets. These are all the submodules of financial accounting in SAP. So we are looking into accounts receivable. In accounts receivable, what we are doing is like first we have to do the configuration data, and next we have to do the master data creation, and we have to do the transaction data. What do you mean by configuration data? Configuration data is nothing but we will be configuring the data into the SAP according to the client's requirement. We have gathered from the client. We will be performing the task and configuring, customizing into their system. This is the submodule accounts receivable we are configuring. After configuring, what we have to do is like we have to create the master data of particular customers. So a list of customers will be having to the client. He will provide us the customer details. Based on that, we will create a master data. After master data, what we will do is like we will do in the transaction data. Transaction data is nothing but it is performed by the end user day-to-day transactions in the system, and they will generate the reports. Based on this configuration and master data, we are doing the end user transactions to perform the testing whether it is working or not. We will test it and we will make sure that all the things is correct or not. We will show to the client. Then only we can full-fledgedly perform the accounts receivable task. So here we will see one by one how we have to configure, how we have to create the master data, and how we have to do the transaction data by the end users, and how we have to generate the reports. Initially, this is the define customer account groups. These are the customer account groups. We are defining the customer account groups. Customer account groups is nothing but customer account group controls the customer number range, and the fields appear during the creation of customer master data. It is created at client level, general data only. Procedure we will see. Access the activity using one of the following navigation options, either T code or MJ. For path, we are having for every configuration, we will be having one T code and path. For suppose some in some instances there won't be a T codes. We should follow the configuration. So here if you go and see here, I will go with the T code. Opening the SAP screen, and we will giving the user ID and password over here. Okay, again I want to log in. Yes, if you observe here the document, each and every step is there. You can follow this. OBD2 is the T code to creation of customer group /n OBD2. Okay, if you want to create a new customer group, you can go to the new entries, and you have to give the group name, and you have to give the meaning. I will show you. I have created one customer group. So if you observe here, I have created TT30 Tata Telecom. Just select this line. By like this, we can create. You have to create the account group TT30 and meaning Tata Telecom account group. So this is the step we have done, and we have to go for the next step. What we have to do is like create number range intervals. /n xdn1. Go to the intervals. Here if you can see that these many of intervals are there. What we will do, this is the server system. Users will be keep on creating the number range for their purpose. So if you make sure that we can create a number range through like this, and make sure that these many number ranges are created by the users. So what we have to do is like, if there any availability in the number range, we can use this number range. So if you want, like if you see 1 to 999 20 is used, so many number ranges are available in this, you can use this. So if you go and see here 0 to here 1 lakh is there, 1 lakh 1 lakh to 19999 as given. Out of the this many as consumed, here also there is availability to take the number ranges. So we can use within this range. If you want to check 0102, you can take, there is a free space. So what we have to do is like, we have to assign it. How to assign number ranges to customer account group, that is OBAR. Just go with the T code /n OBAR. If you go to the position, what's your group we created, TT30 I have created. So put a tick mark here. So I have taken as a 01. As I told you, there is a speed, there is a like number ranges free space is there. Why I have taken from them means, like if I create a other number range means, it should not be overlap. So we have to search what's the number is availability, and where to where number ranges you have to take. Instead of that, if there any availability of number ranges in existing number ranges created by users, we can take from the number ranges, and we can assign to our company group, to our customer group. So that's the thing I have done. So while creating the customer, it will be generating from that number. So that's the use of number ranges. So if you go and see here, send it, and creation of reconciliation and sales revenue GL account. In this step, we create at least two GL, reconciliation GL and sales revenue. Procedure access the activity using one of the following navigation options. So how to create the GL account means, like /n FS00 is to create the GL account. So if you see here, creation of customer reconciliation account. Why we have to create the customer reconciliation account means, like we are having so many number of customers. Day to day we are posting so many customer invoices in their raising the invoices to customer. We will post the invoices in our SAP system. So for suppose we want to see how much is outstanding for particular vendor, means like we have to go and search for the particular vendor. So in order to avoid that, if management asks us to what is the outstanding amount for all customers, so we will create one GL account as a reconciliation account, and we will link that reconciliation account GL account to customers master data created by the customer master is created. No, at that customer master creation, we will link that reconciliation account. So whatever how so n number of customers will be there, for that n number of customer creation of master data, we just link this reconciliation account to all the customers. So if we go to the report by this customer this customer reconciliation account, that is AR, and if we give in the report, means whatever the customers was linked to the reconciliation to this reconciliation account, all the customers outstanding amount will come in one shot. So this is the use of the reconciliation account. So now what we have to do is like we have to in I want to change this. My company code is TT30. So what I am doing is like, if you go and see here, account receivable is an asset amount, your amount getting. No, so account receivable I have created as a GL account. In this I will show you how I created a GL account. 1004 account receivable account. So a company code TT30, type and description under asset accounting I'm taking, it comes under balance sheet item. Short text is equal account receivable account, long text is equal account receivable account. Control data, in control data automatically it comes that company code is in company code, local currency is INR, so Indian rupee scheme. So here if you observe the correct, I am taking as a reconciliation for account type customers. So if you go and see here, create bank interest. So field status group I use as G067 as a reconciliation account, and I have saved it. So I have done with this GL account creation of accounts receivable under reconciliation account. Next step what we have to do is like creation of customer sales revenue. We should have one GL account as a sales revenue. Sales revenue is nothing but a income. So I have created 4001 as a sales revenue GL account under company code TT30. Types and description I have given incomes. So this is the income, and incomes comes under profit and loss account. Short text sales revenue account, long text sales revenue account. Control data, if you go and see here, this is the INR. This is like only balances in local currency. Line item display, sort key 001, create bank interest G01. So we have created two GL accounts. Everything is in the document as shown. So what we have to do is like we have to create customer master. How to create the customer master? What is the meaning by customer master? Here we create the customer master data which consisting of all details related to particular customer, example name, address, contact person, payment terms, and other sales related information. Procedure access to activity using one of the following step. I will go with the T code XD01. We are creating the customer masters. So XD01 is to create customer master. It's asking that in, if you see the document, you can see here you have to give the for which company code you are creating the customer master. For TT30 I am creating the customer master. So just click on this. You have to give the group here TT30 which was created by us. Under which group you want to create the customer. Yes, So you just double click here. Yes, TT30 tick mark. Yes, here you are creating customer master, means you will give the customer name, customer address, customer, all the customer data which is gathered from the client. We will put the customer details over here. So if we want to raise the invoice, we will post this under this customer. So in order to raise the invoice, we should have the customer master. So what we will do is, like, I will take as a customer name. Already, like, we have like customer name. I will show you. Okay, triple S Enterprise Limited. Just you go and see here. I'm filling here the mandate fields, and in which region is like street name like the Circus Street. Simply I'm giving here according to the invoice. We can go and we can do it. Postal code is also I'm giving. Simply I'm giving, and the region, if you want to give, is a predefined by the SAP. According to that, you can give the region Bihar, and postal code and postal address. Yes, yes, we will see here this postal box number and all those things, and we will see. We will go to the company code data. Yes, here if you observe here in company code data, reconciliation account we have created for the customer receivable. We just assign that account number. This is the account receivable as a customer. So, and if you go and see the document, we have linked that whatever we have created the GL account, customer receivable or account receivable reconciliation account, we are linking here. So after that we have to perform here under reconciliation account, which is created above step, or click on drop down, see the reconciliation account, and nothing is required. So you have to save it. Just we have to save it. Likewise, we can create a customer. So if you want to see the customer, you can go /n xd03. So you can put a tick mark over here. These are the customer we have created. Triple S Enterprise Private Limited, under the group, under the company code TD30. These are the details we have done. If you go and see here, these are the things, general data. This is the address and all those things. So likewise, if you want to see, any change, if you want to do any changes or edit, then you can go with the /n xd02 is the T code to change. So put a tick mark. You can do it here. So these are the three steps. You can create, you can change, you can display. So what we will do is, like, we will go with the, if you are raising the invoice, sales invoice, so we have to post the sales invoice. How we will post the sales invoice in SAP is, like, by going is the end user step. We can go with that FB70. So if you go and see here, /n FB70 /n FB70. So make sure that our company code, if the company code, we have to give the company code here, and under which that company code, if you want to raise the invoice, means we have to see the customer name. These two customers are there. Just now created this customer. I want to raise the invoice for this customer, means the number taken 21. Invoice date, we have invoice date means I will give today's date, and amount also I'm giving like 5,000, and text being invoice price. You can give text means narration. Okay, nothing but a narration. I'm creating what, like, okay, yes, I am GL account. Which GL account you are creating? Just you see here the GL accounts which are available under this company code. We are sales revenue I am creating. Okay, and debit should be equal to credit. Here we are debiting the customer and crediting the sales. So what is the amount we have to give is like we have to give the 5,000. Debit always should be equal to corresponding credit. That's the fundamental principle. So what we have to do is like we have to give the text over here, like as we have given was booked or raised. You can give your own up. So what we have to just enter GL account 4,000 is relevant to tax code. Just ignore this message. What we'll see. Okay. So it's telling that it is relevant to tax code. So we'll see once a tax code. We have to make sure that is there any tax code. We will see once. We have to see the tax code procedure /n OBBG. For I'm telling you. So we have to check with the tax code or country. Here you have to give the TT30 and save it. And what are the tax codes are there that will comes under this invoice. So if you go and see here the tax code what we have to there is a 0% tax code we want to give means you can give the 0% tax code here. A0 means like output tax code I'm giving 0%. So then the system will take it. Yes, here if you see here just I want to perform it once again in FB70. So if you go to the FB70 customer, for which customer you are debiting, like you are raising the invoice, just you put it here. So for this customer I'm taking, so invoice, so amount is 2,000 I'm giving for example. Here text I'll give invoice raised, and here I'll give 4,001, amount is equal to 2,000, and I'll give tax code means I'm giving here 0% tax code. There is no tax, but I'm telling the system, and you just give the text over here. Just calculate if you want, just calculate, and 0 is there. So you can go and you can simulate it. Yes, if you simulate it, you guys can see the debit and credit whether it was posted correct or not. As per the accounting, invoice was raised, invoice was booked means like we will be debiting the party. This is the header text. If you see here, document type is DR, and document number, company code, financial year, and document date, posting date, period is 8, and these are the line item display. One first line item is like debited with the party triple enterprises by taking as debit as per the customer. 21 is the debit posting key, and if you see here this is the GL account sales revenue for 4,001. It's created as per the general ledger accounting posting key is 50. We have taken the tax code means A0 means there is no tax code, 0% of output tax we have calculated. So 2,000 debit, 2,000 credit. This is the entry. So document 5005 was posted in company code TT30. So it was posted 5005 slash n FBL 5 and to see the accounts receivable report. So if you see here, this is the one invoice we are raised to the Tribulas Enterprises. You have to see the reports like this. We got a payment means post incoming payment. We have to do the incoming payment. Means we have received the payment from Trivial Enterprise 2000 rupees, but we have to post it no against that invoice. So we will see how to post the incoming payment. Slash n f dash 28 is the T code. So you can go 09/11/2024. If you observe the type of the document is DZ. DZ means like incoming payment. Company code TT30 INR and bank details. I got the amount from Triple S Enterprises to my bank, so I will debit the bank and create the Triple S Enterprises. So my bank account number GL account is 1000. I got the 2000 rupees from Privilege Enterprises. Text being amount received against invoice. This is the text I'm typing here. From where it came, from which customer I have came means we will see from Privilege Enterprises. What is the Privilege Enterprises? We will see the number 21 is there, I think so. You have to select it. So from Privilege Enterprise, I have received the amount through bank. So this open process item. If you see here, 2000 invoice, 2000 payment, not assigned is 0. So what I have to do, go to the document, simulate it. By simulating, account ending entry will be, you can see, observe here, this is the header text, having document date, posting date, type of the document type, period, physical year, company code, currency. And if you go with the line item, first it will show display, line item 1, line item 2. HDFC Bank is a GL account, posting key for a GL account is 40 is debit, so 2000 is debited. And SS Triple S Enterprises Limited is like a party name and it's a customer account posting key is 15 is a line item 2 is credited with the 2000 debit is equal to credit, so it is nullified. You have to save it. The document was generated 6008. So if you want to see the report again, you just go to the VL5N and just go to the list and refresh it. There won't be no item to select it. So if you go again and see here, there is no. If you want to see how much cleared amount, you can go and click here. Or so we have posted one invoices. We are on payment 2000 is nullified. There is no due amount for this particular Triple Enterprise. Likewise, you have to see the reports. Thank you. That's